It varies. It's about 11 or 12. It depends on the size of the bus and the type of the bus. Obviously, the paratransit vehicles, which are smaller, have fewer cameras. In addition to the interior cameras, we also have 3 exterior cameras, so one in the back, one on the street side, one on the curb side, and then we have one facing forward out the windshield. So we've always had the cameras that record to a hard drive that's on the, not always, but for the past 15 years, we've had cameras on the buses that record the activity. That's something that our service providers, our operators need for their own purposes, safety, security, legal issues. The one thing that happened is we had a really tragic accident or incident on the strip where somebody shot a passenger on the bus. The guy was on the bus, law enforcement showed up, and there was no way to see what was going on inside the bus. You know, the windows are tinted, there's seats everywhere. So we became aware of the need to give law enforcement the ability to live look in the bus. So we came up with a fix where we used our existing Wi-Fi router on the bus and the existing recorder, and we connected the two so that now we have that real-time live stream for law enforcement. That's what is really new in the past couple of years. What we're doing right now is we've received a federal grant to upgrade our camera systems. So we're going to be going out to procure a new camera system that will provide that same level of functionality, but will give us a little bit better technology and better resolution. So the live stream we do have the ability to look at. Primarily we did it for law enforcement, but we do have the ability to look when we need to. For law enforcement, it's really critical because if you get a report about something on a bus, do you send a patrol car? Do you send a SWAT team? Do you just send, a security guard? So being able to look and see what's actually going on helps you make some decisions about what kind of assets, to throw at it, before you get there. The actual recorded material on the hard drive is actually under license, and that's the contractors and their property. So we don't have access to that, but we can look at the live stream. So what it does is it records on the hard drive, and then once the hard drive gets full, it re-records over. So if there's an incident that happens on the bus, the contractors, got 7 to 10 days to get that video off the bus. And right now they have to wait for the bus to come back to the yard and download over Wi-Fi. One of the upgrades we're looking at is giving the contractors the ability to download the video while the bus is out on the road in an emergency. So our existing camera system is by a company called Safety Vision out of Texas. They're a big player in transit and transportation video.
Okay. So again, the recorded video, it's not like through the cloud or anything. It's actually physical.
It's physical on a hard drive, and then the contractors either Keyless or MV, if they want video, they'll download it over Wi-Fi in the yard from that hard drive, and then they save it on their server. We don't really have an investigatory role, but we certainly want to cooperate with law enforcement, and we appreciate what they do for us. I mean, even going back to the live look-in, we did that for law enforcement because they had a need. So we're always trying to partner with them, whether it's, safety on the bus, safety at a bus stop. I mean, they are one of our best partners in that. For the most part, riding a bus is a pretty anonymous process. You buy your pass, you get on, or you just put your money in the fare box. So we don't always know who those people are on fixed route. Okay. Yes, what we do is, our safety and security team, they're looking at all the statistics of where we have these types of incidences. And we have a contractor that provides security for us. We've been spending, I want to say it was about $8 million a year. Now it's about to go up to 11. We're spending a lot of money on that security contract, and we do have security guards that go out and ride the bus. We can't be on every bus, but we can move around and target where we think there's high crime. Obviously we have a limited resource, so we try to be very strategic how we look at it. Obviously the first concern is the safety of the passengers and the drivers. We have quarterly meetings with the drivers where we get a lot of great feedback from drivers on the things that they're seeing on the routes they drive. That's a great measure of where we need to allocate resources. Also the other one is we look and see where people get on the bus and don't pay fare. We want to target those as well. We have a responsibility to taxpayers for that. But safety of passengers obviously takes precedent over that. The thing about a security guard is he's on the bus and, nothing happens. He gets off the bus, and then, the security cameras are there, and they do a pretty good job of recording what's happening on buses. Personally, I was just horrified by what I saw on the video from that. Actually, I think I saw it on your website. And it's, you know, it's senseless. And we want to do everything we can to try to keep that from happening again.